As is well known to all, unending hostilities and instability in Syria have created a breeding ground for radical political movements and terrorism, from which Syrian civilians had fled. Turkey has long been targeted by terrorist attacks by Daesh and YPG, the Syrian wing of widely recognized terrorist organization PKK, and Turkey currently hosts 3.4 million Syrian refugees, more than any other country. This internationalizes what might otherwise be a purely internal issue of Syria. The obligation to respect sovereignty of other states is a cornerstone of international law. States are also obliged not to knowingly allow its territory to be used for acts contrary to the rights of other states. However, Syrian government has failed to comply with these international obligations as refugee influx and terrorist attacks from Syria have occurred. And this inflicted severe damage to Turkey's security and its political, social, and economic stability. So as Syria fails to comply these international obligations, it must expect consequences, including extraterritorial military operations. In other words, if Syria doesn't have the means at its disposal to perform its duty to prevent terrorist attacks and refugee influx, I mean the ever-growing number of Turkey's people knocking on Turkey's door, then it must allow Turkey to do so. Although legality of this grant as a matter of law is subject of some controversy, I do believe that forcible countermeasure is a ground that Turkey may justify this operation. And believe me, I'm in good company, as there are some leading scholars share this view. It may also be justified on the basis of law of self-defense. If it's evident that an attack is going to happen in the near future, then it may be considered as anticipatory self-defense. Means when the state is going to lose the opportunity to effectively defend itself, then it's entitled to invoke the self-defense player. However, as Anadolu Agency reported, Turkey has already been targeted 12 times by YPG from Afrin over the past 2 years. These attacks individually may be falling below the threshold of an armed attack, but the incidence of these attacks may qualify as an armed attack as a part of composite armed attack. It is increasingly accepted by the international community in the wake of 9/11 that self-defense can also be exercised against non-state actors, not only against states. I have already indicated these two grounds in an article appears on TRT World's opinion page. But after the contradictory statements by US officials about forming an armed unit in northern Syria, one more option appeared to Turkey, which is the plea of necessity. As Turkey's essential security interests have been threatened by grave and imminent peril of emergence of terror corridor in its southern region, Turkey is permitted to conduct temporary military operation in northern Syria for the limited purpose of stopping advance of YPG in that region. Again, and in short, as long as Syrian government fails to comply with its international obligations to prevent terrorist attacks and refugee outflow, then it must bear the consequence of having Turkey take extraterritorial military operations in that area.